moving on to the AFC East. This is going to be a very, very good division. If you want to go ahead and tackle this first, because I took the NFC East, you go ahead, sir. You got the Bills, you got the Dolphins, you got the Jets, and you got the New England Patriots. We all know that you are a suffering New England Patriots fan right now.
Man,
my condolences. We already know who stock down is. We don't even have to talk about it. So, best in division for you.
Best in division for me. So this one's a really, really tricky one.
Right.
Everyone's gonna go Miami. They have the best player, Tyreek Hill. They have a solid team. Jaden Waddle. Running game. Yep. The track athletes. Right. Everybody's running 4.3s, running around. How did everybody not pop an ACL last year? It was amazing to me.
You got the cocaine coach.
That's my guy.
Yeah, that's my guy. You see what Miami did to him. That's like he looks like a completely different person.
Facts.
3 years removed from being an assistant. He looked like
a character from GTA.
Yeah, facts. You know what I mean?
Cocaine drug lord.
Facts.
But the Bills, roster-wise, take a big step back. But if Josh Allen's who we say he is, they should honestly be right in the thick of things.
All right.
The Jets are a team to me that's a conundrum. Me being a Patriot fan, I'll never root for the Jets because, I mean, honestly, they're a little brother for so long, smack them around for so long. But these fans talk so much shit to me being a Patriot fan. I can't ever really stand on the couch for the Jets. But they got my guy over there, Aaron Rodgers. That's my guy. So, and just being in New York, everything we've had to go through since the pandemic, losing half the city to a lot of post-pandemic things. Like I want the city to get a big win. Seeing the Knicks on the upswing and to see how people are happy about that. If they do well, I'll be happy. I'm not going to be such a New England fan that I can't see people who I live with be happy.
Right.
So I'm definitely rooting for the Jets. But best in the division, I can't say, bro. I think it's a toss-up between Miami and the Bills. I'm going to go with the Bills. I'm going to stand on the table for the Bills because I think Miami is just flash in the pan. They look good. They win a couple games. But they're going to get to the playoffs and do what? They're going to get to a cold weather game and do what?
I was not expecting that.
I think Josh Allen's going to tough it out, grit it out, and surprise team. I think the New York Jets are going to surprise, man. I think they're going to step it up this year. Sadly, Hassan Reddick, I mean, bro, just do what you got to do to come to the team. Take the ride. I mean, you got Garrett Wilson, you got Breece Hall, you got A-Rod. Like, y'all can do something special this year. This is the year for the New York Jets to step it up. 13-year playoff drought. I really think my man A-Rod is going to step out and step up and show y'all why his name is Aaron Rodgers. Because every time y'all doubt him, he comes out and has an MVP season.
And the weapons that they have, man, are
phenomenal. And step back. Well, listen, Patriots, we ran things for a long time. You got to take your lumps. And like you just said with the Cowboys, sometimes you got to bottom out to get your people.
Facts.
Drake May's going to step up into the QB seat after what we saw in the preseason.
I'm curious
I'm still not completely sold, but I want to see what he has for us. I don't think they win more than 3 games this year. I got them going 2-15, to be quite honest with you.
Now, here's a question for you. If you think that they don't win more than 2 games, do they entertain going back into the quarterback market?
Well, it depends on how he looks.
Right.
Because we don't have a strong defense and we have no offensive weapons.
Right.
If he can at least move the ball with the offense that we have, let's go get this guy a receiver.
Right.
Let's go get this guy a stronger O-line. Let's get some defensive pieces.
Right.
Let's keep him there and surround him with talent to see what he can really do.
But he has to show some potential.
He has to show some potential.
Right.
So, I mean, stock down, but not for long.
Got it. I respect it. I don't think that was bad. I think that was really good. I like the surprise. I was not expecting the Bills. That was good. My best in the division. I'm going to Jets. I am going the New York Jets. Even the odds makers are saying that the Jets are best in the division. I like what I see. I think the running game is impressive. I think the offensive line, I think the fact that they're getting Vera Tucker back, all of these things are going to be able to help them solidify that offensive line. I think Aaron Rodgers feels a lot more comfortable in the offense. You have Mike Williams as an addition. They have Garrett Wilson, who's probably one of the best wide receivers in football. We're not just talking about in the division. He's one of the best in football. This guy has some of the best hands I've ever seen.
To get 1,000 yards, what he had to deal with last year,
he's amazing, man.
Yeah.
So expect this guy to make a big jump forward in regards to. I can see 115 catches, anywhere between 13 to 1,400 yards, and maybe double-digit touchdowns. He has that type of potential in him, and I like the defense. I think if Hassan Reddick really understands how special that defense can be, especially that defensive line, he may possibly reconsider and just bet on himself. There's money there on the table. I think the Jets did not trade for him not wanting to pay him. I just think, like we said, we had that conversation a few weeks ago. I think they want him to show that he's here for the right reasons.
Yeah.
Right? Like, we traded for you. We know that we have to pay you, but just show some.
I think it was overzealous. I think he found a piece of leverage. In this sport, I usually can't be too mad when people try to use their leverage. Having conversation with you and other Jets fans, and then watching how Matthew Judon. No.
I'm not a Jets fan.
Sorry. Having a conversation with you and Jet fans, and then seeing how Matthew Judon approached his situation, I'm like, all right, like, show the team what you got.
That's all I'm saying.
And they'll reward you.
Show up, get on board with the program. And I can promise you they'll be giving you or come close to the number that you want, and everybody's happy. You know what I mean? Surprise in the division. Here's my surprise. I'm going Buffalo. I think that I've said a lot of times that I think their window is closing. I like Josh Allen. I think he's really good. I think the fact that they got Stephon Diggs out of there may end up actually making the locker room a lot clearer and not having that cloud over you, because he's been disgruntled for like 3 years.
Yeah.
And everybody knows it.
And he's already starting out.
And the fact that he it was like the elephant in the room, right? So I think the Bills, if they can be able to just figure out how they're going to go about this, they can be a surprise. I think that I've given Sean McDermott a ton of shit. I think that because he's a defensive-minded coach, it kind of handicaps the team a bit. But I think they have enough offense to be able to surprise and kind of hold off the decline of the window closing. Because I think a lot of people are looking at the Bills like, I don't really see them competing that heavy. But I think that they still have a year or two that they can still be able to have a chance to compete, and then there's gonna be some decision that they're gonna have to be made. I think the Dolphins are fine. I think they're gonna be there, but they're not a surprise. People know what they are. They're a high octane offense. They got the cocaine coach. We know what he does. He's very smart. They got Tua, who I'm not a fan of, and stock down obviously is the New England Patriots. I think. They're still doing things that they were doing under the Bill Belichick era that I just don't understand.
Exactly.
Like, you're still not paying guys. They have to figure out a way to get into this digital era instead of operating in the analog era. They're not up to date.
No big free agency splashes.
They're not up to date, man.
The draft was boring. I don't know what the team philosophy is. They got rid of Matthew Judon. They could have just paid him and had a leader on the. I don't know.
It's very confusing to me. But listen, they may have a long-term plan. I hope that Gerard Mayo gets a chance to be able to, put his system in place, be there for a while, and not get the rug pulled out from underneath him. So let's see how that happens.